Of course, it's unusual. All right, then. Okay, let's just settle into our meditation posture. And check your feet. If you are sitting on a chair and your feet are hanging down, they're on the ground, just make sure they're in a parallel position, your legs aren't crossed. You can perhaps put a little cushion underneath your feet if that makes you more comfortable. Then check your coccyx, so you can keep the pelvis nice and straight by putting a little cushion underneath your sit bones. It also helps to straighten the spine. Hands are in the meditation mudra, and that is the right hand in the left with the thumbs touching. Now just imagine your shoulders are over your hips and your ears are in line with your shoulders. So not too far forward, not too far back. And then imagine there's somebody that your spine is made of a string of pearls of light, stretching up from the base of your spine all the way up through the crown of your head and out the top. And there's somebody very gently lengthening your spine. The head is slightly tipped forward. The eyes are down, looking along the length of the nose to the tongue and the roof of the mouth. Relax the jaw. You can have the lips are slightly apart. And let's just go to the crown of the head and relax the scalp. Relax the forehead and the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the jaw. Relax the mouth again. And let's just go to the back of the head, the scalp, and relax the scalp. Just notice when you do that, your face relaxing a second time. And relax your ears and the back of the neck and the shoulders. If you are sitting on a couch or a chair, try not to lean into that support. Try, unless you're injured, let's try and hold ourselves up. So you're just kind of relaxed, alert, nicely aligned. Just bring the mind to the breath. So you'll notice the sensation of this slightly cool air as you're breathing in, and then slightly warmer air as you're breathing out. If there's any sound in your environment, just allow those sounds to be there. Try not to follow them or push them away. Just allow them. And the same with your thoughts. You may have something buzzing around in your mind from today. Many, many thoughts, things have happened, interactions with people. So allow those thoughts to arise, to abide, and to fall. And try not to engage in any self-critical talk. Try not to make any judgments about your thoughts. Perhaps rather than criticizing, just approach your thoughts with curiosity. But allow them to arise and abide and fall. And welcome, Barbara. Now we just do a quick motivation. So just reminding ourselves there is no negativity that cannot be purified. And this purification is a psychological process. So we create negativity with our mind. So we're going to create positivity with our mind for the benefit of all sentient beings and for our own future enlightenment. So we do this practice in the context of the 4 opponent powers. And the first of these is the power of regret. So sincerely regret from the depths of the heart anything you have done to harm any living being today, something you can remember from last week, this life. perhaps past lives, things you don't know or can't remember. And think maybe something happened today, a specific action of the body or of your speech. And the reason to regret is based on this logic of karma. Because we're experiencing everything due to our past karma, our past actions, having harmed others, we will necessarily experience suffering in the future. And because we already know what suffering entails, we don't want any more of it. So logically, we want to remove the karmic seeds before they ripen as future suffering. So just think something along these lines. I regret from the depths of my heart having harmed others with my body and my speech, broken my vows, because I do not want the future suffering. I'm sick of suffering. So those of us who have Pranamoksha and Bodhisattva, tantric vows, me with my nun's vows, if any of these vows we have been degenerated in any way, we just regret, just sincerely regret, because they are so precious. So then think, what can I do about all of these things, all these negative actions of mine? Whom can I turn to? So here we come to the power of reliance. And here we turn to the Buddha, the doctor who has the methods we can use to purify. And we're not asking the Buddha to forgive us. We're purifying ourselves by relying upon his methods. So visualize Guru Vajrasattva above the crown of your head. And he's your guru manifesting in this aspect for your benefit. He's made of this blissful, radiant white light. So just imagine this kind of translucent, radiating light, sitting in a cross-legged position on a lotus. This is his radiant and beautiful face, these lotus-like eyes, and his eyes are full of love and compassion for us. There's no judgment. Doesn't matter what you've done, what you think you might have done. Just loves you exactly as you are. He has his sweet red mouth. His hair is black and held up in a top knot. And he's wearing these silken robes in the royal Indian style. His arms are crossed at his heart, left underneath the right. The left is holding a bell representing wisdom. The right is holding a vajra representing the indestructibility of compassion. And their being crossed represents a union of these, symbolizing enlightenment itself, the development of infinite wisdom and infinite compassion. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. And so this second little section is about compassion. So in order to develop compassion, we need to rely upon other beings, the very beings we have harmed, and those who have harmed us, by developing compassion for them. So think particularly maybe someone you've harmed today, as we did in the beginning, maybe in the past. Develop compassion for them. And then remember those who have harmed you. The reason we'll have compassion for them is because the suffering that they've caused us is going to ripen into future suffering for them. And we don't really wish suffering upon anyone. So make the strong aspiration to do this practice of purification for the sake of all these sentient beings. I must purify for their sake. So the power of the remedy is, this is actual medicine, the doing of the practice of purification. So the first is purification of the body. So just visualize Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately sending powerful white nectar quite forcefully from his heart. It arcs around and enters your crown and pours into your entire body, filling you completely. You can imagine it just keeps pouring into you, forces out of your lower orifices all the harm you have ever done to any living being with your body in the form of inky liquid. This pours out of you and disappears into space. Not one atom left as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mimpi Yata Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guru Hum Ha Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva A Hum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokayo mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasidi mimpi yata sawa kama sutame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya, Vajrasattva dina patita, Dida mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasidi mimpi yata sawa kama sutame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya, Vajrasattva dina patita, Dida mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasidi mimpi yata sawa kama sutame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya, Vajrasattva dina patita, Dida mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasidi mimpi yata sawa kama sutame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya, Vajrasattva dina patita, Dida mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasidi mimpi yata sawa kama sutame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya, Vajrasattva dina patita, Dida mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasidi mimpi yata sawa kama sutame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. So be delighted that all the harm you've ever done to any sentient being with your body is completely purified. And think that there's no way you could do anything but be of benefit to others now with your body. So next is a purification of the speech. So this time Guru Vajrasattva very happily sends powerful nectar from his heart chakra. And this arcs around and quite strongly enters your crown, filling your entire body, this time forcing up to the top of your body all the negativity of your speech, and it sort of overflows and disappears into space, not one atom left. So you don't breathe it back in, you don't pollute anything, it just disappears. So you can imagine all the gossip and the harsh speech and the useless speech and the lying and the talking badly about others behind their backs. This is purified by the powerful nectar filling you as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebowa Sutokaya Mebowa Supokaya Mebowa Anarakta Mebowa Sawasidi Mimpi Yata Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasidi mimpi yata sawa kama sutame, sitam shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagawan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya, Vajrasattva dina patita, Dida mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasidi mimpi yata sawa kama sutame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya, Vajrasattva dina patita, Dida mebowa, sutokaya mebowa, supokaya mebowa, anarakta mebowa, sawasidi mimpi yata sawa kama sutame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagawan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya, Vajrasattva dina patita, Dira meboa, sutokaya meboa, supokaya meboa, anarakta meboa, sawasiti mebe yatsa sawa kama sutame, sitam shriyam guruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa ma samaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva patita. Dura meboa, sutokaya meboa, supokaya meboa, anarakta meboa, sawasiti mebe yatsa sawa kama sitame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva patita. Dida meboa, sutokaya meboa, supokaya meboa, anarakta meboa, sawasiti mebe yatsa sawa kama sitame, sitam shriyam guruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. So again, feel so happy that your speech is now completely purified. And imagine that it's not possible to do anything other than be of benefit to others with your speech. So just imagine every time anybody hears the sound of your voice, it calms their mind, brings them peace. And it's of enormous benefit to them. How incredible would this be? The next is the purification of your mind. And imagine Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately sending this time very kind of powerful beams of light from his heart chakra, and this kind of arcs around and enters your crown chakra and fills your entire being. And just as LAMA YESHE says, when you turn on a light in a room that's dark, it instantly dispels the darkness. So in the same way, the minute the light from Guru Vajrasattva's heart hits your heart, all the darkness of the negativity of your mind instantly disappears, is dispelled. So all the attachment and the neediness and the anxiety and the anger and depression and resentment and jealousy, bitterness, and all the grudges, all instantly dispelled, not one atom left as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dinapatita. Dida meboa, sudokaya meboa, supokaya meboa, anarakta meboa, sawasiti mebe yatsa sawa kama sitame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dinapatita. Dida meboa, sudokaya meboa, supokaya meboa, anarakta meboa, sawasiti mebe yatsa sawa kama sitame, sitam shriyam guruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dinapatita. Dida meboa, sudokaya meboa, supokaya meboa, anarakta meboa, sawasiti mebe yatsa sawa kama sitame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dinapatita. Dida meboa, sudokaya meboa, supokaya meboa, anarakta meboa, sawasiti mebe yatsa sawa kama sitame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Om Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dinapatita. Dida meboa, sudokaya meboa, supokaya meboa, anarakta meboa, sawasiti mebe yatsa sawa kama sitame, sitam shriyam guruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dinapatita. Dida meboa, sudokaya meboa, supokaya meboa, anarakta meboa, sawasiti mebe yatsa sawa kama sitame, sitam shriyam guruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dinapatita. Dida meboa, sudokaya meboa, supokaya meboa, anarakta meboa, sawasiti mebe yatsa sawa kama sitame, sitam shriyam kuruhum ha 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 ho bhagavan, sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya sattva ahum pe. So again, be delighted that all your delusions, which are the source of our own suffering, The cause of why we harm others with our body and our speech are completely purified, gone. And there's no space in your heart now for anything other than love and kindness and forgiveness and wisdom and bliss and compassion. So next is the purification of the imprints of negativity of our body, speech, and mind. So this time you can imagine the Guru Vajrasattva sends light and nectar from his heart and pours into you and fills you. And that's one visualization. But if you feel really like you've got these visualizations down and are comfortable, you could do the previous 3 visualizations of the body, speech, and mind, either all at the same time or one after the other. Other than that, just light and nectar is totally fine from Guru Vajrasattva's heart. It fills you completely and completely eradicates even these very subtle imprints of negative energy from your mind as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dida Mebawa Sutukaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Siddham Shriyam Guru Hum Ha 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 Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. Now feel completely purified. Not one atom of negativity left in your mind stream. Even the subtlest obscurations to omniscience have been removed. And the 4th step in the purification process, and this is a really crucial step, is the determination to not harm with our body, speech, and mind again. And without this, we're going to keep following the same old patterns. So this aspiration is like a beacon that guides us, our body and our speech and our mind in positive directions. So think of something that maybe you'd like to work on tonight. Maybe it's some negative self-talk. And we do engage in this a lot. And sometimes we don't even know what's going on in our mind until all of a sudden we feel depressed. We can't get up in the morning and we realize that we've been talking to ourselves in a way that's been putting us down. So think of maybe if that's something that is one of your habits, think maybe I'll try instead be kind to myself for 1 minute or 5 minutes or 8 hours while I'm sleeping. Or if you have a tendency to criticize others, think I will not criticize others for 30 seconds. So we just think like that, or if it's just biting your nails or whatever it might be, whatever the habit you have that is harmful, to yourself and others. Maybe try and refrain from that just for a short amount of time. So just something that is reasonable for us to do. And then we can build up over time, get some psychological muscles. So this determination to not do again, this gives us strength to change. We just decide. So to conclude, Guru Vajrasattva is delighted with us and wanting to merge with your mind. He melts into white light and absorbs into you through your crown. And you think, my Guru, or your Lama, or your trusted mentor, body, speech, and mind. Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind, and my own body, speech, and mind are the same thing. And Lama Yeshe used to call this union oneness. Now, Lama Rinpoche recommends at this point to meditate on the emptiness of the three circles. In emptiness, there is no I, the creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma, and there is no negative karma created. So place your mind in emptiness and whatever understanding we have of emptiness for a little while. So you can think of all phenomena as being empty. They do not exist from their own side. Or you can think of things as just dependent arisings. This needs to happen in order for this next thing to happen. Or you can think of the way our body is structured. We view the world according to our own worldview through the eyes that we are born with. So perhaps from this perspective, we could maybe just think for a second, oh, perhaps things aren't existing in the way that we are perceiving them with our current body. So finally, let's dedicate all the merit, the positive energy you've created this evening by doing this purification to all living beings, thinking, may all the virtuous karma I have created from doing this practice ripen as my enlightenment for the sake of sentient beings as quickly as possible. So then for His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world, to the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. And for Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you who uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjana's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplishes magnificent prayers, honoring the three jewels, savor of myself and others, your disciples, please, please live long. And for Lama Ursel, Venerable One, to you whose kindness exceeds that of all the conquerors, for those wanderers in far-off places, especially the West, mindful of your loving concern for us and intentionally descending again into a family of a far distant land, we make this request. O Lama, please, please live long. And for Geshe Cherub, beloved teacher, leading your students toward wisdom and compassion, explaining through exacting discernment the steps of the graduated path. You are the unequal guide. Please live a long and stable life. Thank you so much, everyone. So we are the 6 lucky ones who get to do a Vajrasattva practice. You can go to bed with a happy mind and relax. Maybe watch Netflix, I don't know, whatever it is you're doing. And do take care and lots of love, everyone. Have a nice weekend. And remember, I guess tomorrow is a really important day for everyone here in the United States and probably all over the world. So spare a thought for all the people who are involved in that really, really difficult event on September 11. It's very, very difficult. And try not to traumatize yourselves by watching that video of the planes going to the building over and over again. It's crazy. We're getting PTSD just watching it. So anyway, lots of love, everyone, and do take care, and see you on Tuesday. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.